Welcome back to Billy's YouTube. I'm sorry we've been MIA because I've been honestly, dude, I've been not in the mood to make videos because I've been too busy. But we're ramping up for the spring. Boys did a big spring clean in the shop yesterday, and we got a lot of room unlocked. We're very excited. I'll get some more videos, but this is what I'm most excited about. We got these at Lowe's. I think they're like $350, but we got one of them on sale for, I think it was like $260 maybe, but got these two units here. Very spacious. Got all of our filters, all the filters for the machines. We got air filters, fuel filters, Komatsu air filters. We got all of our paints. We got acetone, paint masking things. We got gallons in the back. And then all of our hydraulic fluids. Some stuff above. In here, we got all of our brake cleaners, miscellaneous chemicals, we got oils, and then we got some fuel, which this is not a fuel safe thing, but guess what? I think it should be okay. So Tina and I are going to do a few things here today, and then I think we're going to do some dirt biking, so let's get to it. One thing we got dialed in, some of our small shells with all of our fittings and stuff. We got 4-inch SDR, 4-inch Sked 40, 6-inch SDR glue on, 6-inch SDR gasketed. Got 4-inch Ferncos, 6-inch Ferncos, and then miscellaneous stuff. 8-inch stuff up here. We're gonna label all this stuff. As you can see, we started right there. So fittings come over here. You got concrete stuff, you got water parts, you got miscellaneous hardware, and then these are my favorite. You got the 259, the KX40, the 57. Just those right now, because the 138, if that has a problem, we got a bigger problem. But all those miscellaneous stuff, got hoses, fluid, filters. Take that, bring it to the site, fix what you gotta fix. One good habit to get in the habit of is when you blow a line, like say this blows, get two made, put one on the shelf, so then next time you already have it. You go back to the shop, grab it, you're good to go. That's a fun little tip from Billy. So our utility body's been getting some stuff done to it at the dealership, so we're driving this week, so we're gonna clean this because this is gonna go back to weekend duty. I'll probably give this a quick rinse, but I think we got some rain next week. What I wanted to show you, dude, look at this unit. I used to work at this company back in the day, probably like 5 years ago, worked there for 15 years, and we did everything with the 10-wheeler, the heavy spec units, dude. Chris had this thing redone probably like 2 years ago, and it actually was supposed to be a showpiece, but they kept running it because it's such a good girl. Brand new body. They redid the nose on it, had the whole thing painted, frame up to the top. I don't think they did any mechanical upgrades, but this thing still plows, still goes out on the town. Which brings me to our Mac, which I said, that one's so good. Give me the heavy spec Volvo unit, and we'll run this thing. A little modern upgrades, but 1999, 2024, 25 years apart, still with the same type of program. So that's why we like the heavy spec units. All right, so as discussed, we got the Ultimate in here. This is what I use on nights, weekends. Basically, when I don't want to get dirty from all the poop that we touch, I get in this thing. And very beautiful interior. This is a very good truck. However, I will say, with someone who brings their dog to work every single day, the leather in the utility body, which is a 2023 Denali, the basic black leather is better than whatever you, I think this is like a Napa, I don't know what this is called. Very pretty, but check it out. Look at what my dogs did to this. And yes, they are menaces, but I'm just one of those guys who just cannot run seat covers. Because why did I pay all this money for all this beautiful leather and then I put a Carhartt seat cover on it, dude? Should have bought a base model truck. Nice truck. Saturdays, clean it. Everything's beautiful. Dude, look. This is disgusting. Does that bother anybody else that everything is just constantly dirty? I'll sweep this, but it'll be dirty tomorrow. So basically, as discussed before, our utility truck has a rapid flash blinker. It had a service side detection, and it has a bumper that needs to be fixed. My boy Bren Dog did me dirty. I love you though, Bren Dog. We're gonna fix the bumper. That's no problem. But we're waiting until the spring because obviously if there was more snow, we didn't want to fix that. When we fix it, we're going to do, actually this truck, sorry I switched gears, my ADD, but this truck got hit by an illegal alien, and we had it replaced by the body shop next door, Brilliance Auto Body, great auto body shop. This got hit, need a new bumper. When they did the bumper, they did the PPF, which is going to save me from rock chips. And I should have done it. I should start getting in the habit of doing it, but if you buy a brand new truck, it's a lot to fathom getting the PPF at the same time, but I think it's worth it. So I'm a believer, especially now these trucks have painted bumpers. You want to keep as many rock chips off it as possible because the rock chips are a killer. Anyways, truck had a service side detection. Every single time I started the truck, it would say caution, warning, service side detection. That type of stuff bothers me big time. So what ended up happening is in the utility body, and I'll use Don's for example, and we'll check if he's got his in there. But right underneath here, we'll check. Don's got the modules right here. And what those do is allow the service side detection to work, or the side detection to work, so it doesn't throw a code. Dawn also doesn't have the rapid flash, which apparently you have to go to GMC, have them write a code, send it back to you, flash it onto the truck, because there's no more load resistors in the wiring. So not a very cool unit, but when we do this truck, because my goal is that, guess what, we bought this truck, it does all the same things as the other truck, 2500, good tow hitch, got the airbags in it. Someday, when this has X amount of miles, this bed, Facebook Marketplace, utility body, 2 utility trucks. Single rear wheel trucks, very good, can go in the fast lane, under the radar. DOT, if you're listening, shh, I didn't tell you that. But that's been our MO for quite some time, is the single rear wheel utility body, and we do about 70 miles a day each, so helps for the commuting. Okay, but enough rambling. What I'm gonna do today, hit this with some, it's not Iron X anymore, it's actually this Eagle God, dude. Eagle God, Salt God, Old Glory, what's it called? Witch's Brew. That's what it's called, the Witch's Brew. Hit this with the Witch's Brew, which I'll probably back it out of this sun a little bit and let that drain, or let that do its thing, rinse it off, wash it, get this outside. Other thing, check this out. My favorite thing to do on these GM trucks is, see this? See this thing here? We're going to restore this to factory condition, and I think that makes your truck look very nice and new. So I kind of have to go fast, but you can see all this purple that's, you know, draining off of the car here, and that is from the iron remover. You can see it a little bit, and like I said, I'm trying to rinse it because it dries quickly, but that's going to get all the small little yellow dots that you see on a white truck after the wintertime. That's all rust. So we're going to decontaminate this of rust. We're going to wash it with a mitt, and then we are going to wipe it dry. So this thing will be looking very, very nice at the end of the day. All right, we got all the iron stuff rinsed off. Paint's looking real good, and now I'm gonna give it a nice hand wash, polish it up, put it outside. I really hate these rims. I really want to get the same rims that my utility body has, but in all black, because this has more black features than chrome features. All right. Got a nice microfiber. Got this thing soaked down, and we're just gonna go around, start at the top, work our way right around. So hopefully this thing will be prime when we're all done. Got an excellent finish going. We got a good view of Tina lounging herself here. And we have not done any spray wax yet, but got it washed, and do a tire shine, spray wax, put these mats back, and then we'll go on to the next adventure. So at least we got this thing spring cleaned, and then I think it's probably good with oil and fuel filters till for at least a month. So probably back here at some point getting that done. All right, I've kept this truck as pretty much a sleeper. No lettering. It's kind of like an OEM plus look. As discussed, I don't love these rims, but I also don't want to spend $1,000 on new rims right now because these ones are working as well as they could. So on this, from the factory, it's got the GM color match fenders, which I think if you're buying this type of truck and you're not getting the color match fenders from the factory, you're messing up, because it's $700 option when you build the truck, and it's a lot more to have them painted by a local body shop. So it's got that, and on a typical one, these are orange. These are smoked out a little bit. I think these are like boost, boom, boost. I don't know. I could probably find the link, but we did that. We tinted the front to match the back, and it's a very clean, sleek look. So I mean, it's basically stock. Thing's bone stock. There's nothing not stock about it. In the back, got two little. Ooh, excuse my crack on my knees, dude. I'm getting old. But in the back with the S2 Pros tucked up from Baja. That's a Baja S2 Pro. They put out about 2,500 lumens, I believe. And those are wired into the reverse. So when you hit the unlock, everything comes on. Got the Gen Y hitch. And I like these because I split my B&W hitch in half with the heavy spec. So B&W was only rated for 16,000. That's rated for like 32,000, and our trailer's 18.4. So our trailer outclassed the hitch, and that's never good. So beefier units on everything. The Mac has a Gen Y that it uses as well. Anyways, this thing just needs the windows done, and I got a fun little trick I'm going to show you for this. Check this out. This, not ideal. Give me a minute. So we grab a little penetrating oil. You could use WD-40. You could use you could probably use diesel fuel. And then you get 0.000 steel wool. So it ends up being 4 zeros, super, super fine steel wool. All right, and this is what we're gonna do. And this is something that I learned because I've always had nice clean trucks with dirty tailpipes, and for the last, I don't know, probably almost 10 years, you haven't been able to change this tip. It comes with this from the factory. Unless you polish it or have a different tip welded on or delete, there's not much to do. So not much that you can do. So you take this, spray it on, take the steel wool, you know, do something like that. Give me a second and I'll show you what it does. All right, so we're back. We went around that whole entire thing with the steel wool here and the penetrating oil. And now I got a dirty microfiber because it really doesn't matter if it scratches this, but check this out. And I mean, I'm gonna do it probably one more time to get it perfect, but that brings it back to that real showroom condition. And if you have a truck that, you know, has 30,000 miles on it, or 26,000, I think it is. It did have a bumper incident, so it's not, you know, 100% perfect, but 26,000 miles. Thing's immaculate. And now, you look at this thing. Looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor. Nice and clean. Very much like this. So the objective for today has been accomplished. We got this thing back into like spring/summer condition. Now I can go park it in my driveway and I don't have to worry about it, because now I can spray it or take it to the touchless if it needs to be cleaned. Perfect. All right, so I apologize that the YouTube channel is just becoming watch Billy clean things all day, but I got a fun surprise for everyone. So we're gonna take a quick ride, and then we're gonna go do another thing, and we're gonna wrap it up at the shop here, and we'll move on to the next fun adventure. So did a little bit of sweeping here because, like I said, this was driving me crazy. Took all the leaves from the inside here, letting that dry out, let the air get at it, and then I'll blow it. Swept all this heavy stuff. Wind will do its thing, and didn't do that because I'm gonna make a bigger mess on Monday. So Monday we got another fun adventure for the week, and we're gonna start picking up, and we're not gonna know what to do with ourselves. We're gonna have so much stuff to do. So I was gonna go over to the septic system that we did with the retaining wall, the world's worst retaining wall, but we're gonna go over there Monday and move the 138 out of there anyways, so we'll make just a different video for that. Now we're gonna go home. We're gonna make this video about the weekend rigs. We're gonna go home. I got a fun surprise for everyone. We're gonna clean that, and I think we're gonna go operate that vehicle. So we're on the way home now. All right, we're at the home front now. Got this thing all dialed in. Got my boy Mackie here. Mac and Tina out here hanging out. We're gonna do the walk around on this soon, probably this week. But this dude, this is what dreams are made of right now. This is goals. This is why we work 8 days a week, okay? To have a weekday Denali and a weekend Denali. All right? Okay? These are also write-offs for the people for the IRS. I use these both for business. But I'll tell you what's not a write-off, and what started my whole social media journey, dude. Not the race glide. Not the race glide. Well, so check this out. This was my first love of a garage. before we really set the shop up in Canton. Dude, not the boys' hangout pad. Not the hangout pad for the boys. When I moved in 2020, COVID, built this, very fun. And the best part about it, not only do we hang out with the bikes, this is a dirty couch for dirty people. They don't come in my nice house and get my nice house dirty. Everybody stays in the garage. We eventually did the mini split, so now we get heat and AC. We don't live like animals. The race glide. We are gonna wash this today, and we're gonna get this thing back. We're gonna get this thing back to what it should be. We probably got some dead batteries and stuff. Let's see here. Wants me to enter the pin. Nope, you gotta just turn on, brother. All right, hold on. We're gonna figure this out. All right, we got this thing ready to go. Oh yeah, baby. What do you think? What do you think? Dude, these are motorcycle dogs. They don't care about nothing. But I think we're gonna pull this thing out. We're gonna wash this too. Like I said, this is the springtime fun episode. This is what we do on weekends when we don't work. All right, so this bike is a 2015 Road Glide Special, and before I started my company, before I even did side work, probably in like 2016 to 2019, I built this bike. I spent all my money. I would not recommend it, but let me tell you something. This thing is phenomenal to drive. The basic thing that sets it apart is the Olin inverted front end with the upside down radial calipers and the 320 millimeter rotors. Also, I splurged on the carbon fiber rims at the time. Same thing in the rear. We got the Olins, and I'll take the bag off, but they are tucked underneath to give it that real stock look. And I apologize it's so dusty because I just don't have time to ride it now. But with this nice weather, I'm inspired. So back to this, we got S&S 124 with Kendall Johnson heads. We got a Baker Grudge box and a custom-made SBF fabrication exhaust pipe, track dynamic swing arm, and pretty much the only thing that's stock on this bike is the rear caliper. We got Galfer rotors. What do you think about the Galfer rotors, Mac? You like those? Yeah, me too. On the actual bike itself, we get the West Coast T-bars. Looks kind of like that. And like I said, I'm gonna wash this thing, probably go riding, but I figured that I would share this with you, even though this is not even my real passion. This is what we like to do. Excuse my mess, because I was doing home improvements. Because I have so much ADD, I start things, I never finish them. But this is what we like to do. And it's almost time, dude. We got a TX300, that's mine. We got a Beta 200RR, that's our buddies. KTM 150, that's a buddy's. I have a CRF 110 that I took apart and now put back together because, like I said, I got ADD. I made this fantastic walkout with Morgan the boys, dude. Check this out. Nice sitting area. Take a seat. Admire whatever it is you're washing. Hang out with the dogs. Very cool. I'm so happy. Dude, you hear the motorcycles in the air? I'm so happy for this spring and for it to be nice out again. When I get this thing running, go for a little cruise. Dude, maybe we'll have a fire tonight. I created this patio last season. That was my side project in the springtime/summer. We got all this seeded. Got some irrigation in. Check this out, dude. I just need my bluestone. We didn't have enough money for bluestone last year, but we're gonna have it this year, hopefully. If all goes well. Do the bluestone. It's my fire pit. We got some chairs, but it's getting nice out. Everyone's excited. I can't wait until it is summer. We got the bags off now. You can see those O-lens. See the swing arm. And I forgot on this side, we got the MJK Cush Drive chain conversion, which I don't even think you can get that anymore. So that's not even available. So we got the bags off. Probably should have put something down underneath them, but whatever. Dude, we ride this thing. A lot of the dust off it. We're gonna just give it a quick soap. We also got this thing dialed in. This is a 2023 TE 300, and once again we put the Baja design on the front here. That's a moto-minded kit, all factory, bolts right on, and this thing is sweet. So I have a TX carbureted 2019, and then this is a TPI 2023, and this was an impulsive buy. And the reason why we got this is straight gas. 2-stroke, straight gas, oil injected. Is that a good method? We don't know. But the other one in there is a true mix. So carbureted, and you mix it 40-1. So that's the last year of the carbureted on the Husqvarna. So I'm gonna definitely hold on to that one for a while. But dude, come on, bikes, dude, trucks and bikes. Do we love it or do we love it? All right, we got this thing nice and clean. I still want to get it down to the shop where I can do a couple things to it, but back in the day, all my free time was spent motorcycling. And I'll be 100% honest with you, I would have never bought this bike if I bought a dirt bike first. Because dirt bikes are not only much better of a workout, you get yourself less arrested on the dirt bikes because you're in the woods at least. As long as you don't get caught by the EPA, dude. This thing, it's to get you some tickets quick. Check this out. We love the sound of this bike. Do that. Make sure she's in neutral. There we go.